up, J-Baes? It's Victoria James, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, that means you're not yet a J-Bae. Go ahead and click the red subscriber button so it turns gray, and then you're a J-Bae. And we chit-chat and all that about luxury beauty on this channel, so if that sounds good to you, you're definitely going to want to stick around. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload or go live. Today's video is all about Natasha Denona's new Glam face palette, and yes, my black ass bought both. So these palettes came in light and dark, and I saw literally everyone that I know on this platform reviewing both. So I said, well, why not? Let's see if someone of a dark complexion can wear the light palette, because obviously everybody can wear the dark one. These palettes debuted on November 5th, my birthday, and the start of the holiday savings event at Sephora. So if you're Rouge, you can get 20% off. If you're VIB, you can get 15% off. And if you are a beauty insider, you can get 10% off this palette from now, or from the 5th until the 15th. So if you're seeing this on Friday when I upload it, then you still have about 3 more days to check out the sale. At the time that I am recording this video, which is Thursday evening Eastern Standard Time, both palettes are in stock. So I will have a link for you to shop, and that link is affiliated. Thank you so much in advance, as I do get a commission when you click through my links to shop, and that is your free way of supporting the channel and me, your luxury beauty influencer. You're getting 2 cream products in this palette, which are the highlight and the blush. They are sealed with a plastic lid here. This just kind of swings open. Oh, I didn't touch the dang shadow gel. It kind of swings open like this, as you can see. Boop, boop. And then you have 5 shadows. Now these palettes are inspired by her best-selling Glam palette, so they do not have names, rather suggested placement of the shadows. So you've got outer corner crease, inner corner smoke, and transition. And these are both cream and pressed powder formulas. They are long wearing, no parabens. They give a natural finish to the skin, you know, the face products, and these are cruelty-free products as well. The suggested shelf life for these babies is 18 months, and let's talk total net weight. It's 13 grams or 0.45 ounces per palette. So Natasha Denona describes this as a palette featuring both eye and cheek essentials and universal neutral tones with 5 ultra pigmented shadows, a cream blush, and a highlighter. Now, something that you need to know, according to Sephora, is that it features brand new formulas using Japanese technology to deliver an extreme glow. So that would be the highlighter and the eye shadows, the 2 pressed crystal shadows. This palette is perfect for traveling and creating everyday looks on the go, designed with luxurious, never before seen Natasha Denona formulas. These palettes are so pretty. Do we see the raised lettering for ND and Glam face palette? Oh, pardon me. Let me correct myself here. The ND is raised, and then the title of the product is embossed. So, hella cute. They're kind of rounded, like a rounded bezel, and these are midi sized. So if we're talking, let me just grab the Glam palette since we are talking about that girl. Let's hold it up against this face palette. It is slightly smaller, and about, it's a tiny bit like it sucked its stomach in, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not 100% thinner, not enough to notice or care, but that is the size comparison for you. These face palettes retail for $59 US, or about $50 and some change after the discount if you are Rouge. And so I am wearing the light one today, so I do have some B-roll of me trying on both palettes. Let's talk about the dark one first, since that's the first one that I purchased. As you can see here in the side-by-side, I have swatched the dark palette for you, and you've got kind of separate from the eyeshadows, you can see the 2 cream products. So you got the blush, you got the highlight, and then you have from outer corner over to the crease shade, the swatches. I am in love. I was in love from the second that I saw it. I knew it was going to be dope. I knew it was going to be beautiful. I will say I used in the demonstration, I used everything but the blush because I believe I was reviewing a different blush palette at the time. But based on the performance of the light blush, I know that you have to break into this blush formula. So you're gonna want to kind of jiggle your brush in there. Natasha does suggest using a brush for this. You're gonna want to, you know, disrupt the top layer in order to actually get to the product and its full performance. Let me tell y'all something about this highlighter. The highlighter, you just tap and you will get all the color that you need. You can use your fingers for the highlighter. She does say that you can use a brush or your fingers with the highlighter. I felt like it was going to be louder than it was, like way more beaming. It actually blends in incredibly well. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. It blends in so effortlessly. I found that both the light and dark highlighter shades were very complementary. I also found that the eyeshadows blended so stunningly well. Even the sort of dazzle shades, if you will. And so the crystallized shades, they blend into each other very nicely. Very much suggested that you use your finger. You can absolutely use a wet brush, but a finger is going to be the best for the application of these shades, these formulas, I should say. Also, I found that, you know, they do blend in very nicely with the matte shadows in there, but also as it rests on your lid, it actually melts in a little better. And the result is that it actually looks better over time. So I'm just gonna let you guys see what I'm talking about, like how smooth it looks. I've had it on for maybe like 30 minutes or so before filming this video. And I did use the highlighter in the light palette as my inner corner. The creaminess, it's just so good, you guys. Standout products for me in this palette, definitely the highlighter and the two crystal eyeshadows. Those are the standouts for me. The cream to powder formula of the blush took a little getting used to. Let's take a look at that. So I used the light palette, as I mentioned, for the blush, and that, you know, kind of intentional. I already know that dark one's gonna work on me, right? What you guys came to see. You came to see if that light one's gonna work. So that's why. That's why I went ahead and put that on my cheeks. And as I started off, I used a very dense brush from Refer, and I'm tapping, and I said, ooh, oh, yikes. It was looking touch and go, honey. And then I kept blending. And as I blended, it warmed up and it started to actually meld into my skin. I used about 2 layers of blush and it looks beautiful. For the girl who does not like a heavy blush, this is yours. And again, I'm of a dark complexion. I am considered dark by the makeup industry. And as you can see, that blush looks very pretty. It did play really well with the rest of my makeup, which I will have listed for you in the description box, of course. And I found these to be incredible. Both palettes are actually incredible. I mean, when you look at this, when you go in the store, right, as a deeper complected person and you look at this palette, you might question if it works. I don't feel like this is something that you would immediately look at and say that's not it. So that's why my curiosity was piqued. Naturally, because I saw that the palettes came in light and dark, I gravitated towards the dark one. I mean, it only makes sense, right? And then I followed up after talking with one of my girlfriends who said that she, you know, took a look at it in store and decided to pick it up and really enjoyed it. I mean, this eye look, would you even think that that came from the light palette? Let's talk about it. So I used it, again, it's a suggested placement, these titles, but the way I ended up using it is I used the crease shade in the light palette as my transition shade. And then I swept the transition shade on my lid. I just swept it on my lid as a base for whatever was going to come next. And then I used the smoke shade pretty heavily. The smoke shade is my crease shade. So I went ahead and went to town with that. Like, I said, let me go ahead and create the depth that I need for this eye look. Then I noticed after the fact, because by habit, I went ahead on the outer edge of the eyeshadows. I grabbed the inner corner and I put that on first. And then I realized my mistake and put the outer corner on next. It was a happy accident. I think that it looks gorgeous, but do know that if you pick up both of these palettes, the outer and inner corner are switched from the dark palette to the light palette. I don't understand why that is, but pay attention to that. The end result, like I said, I used the cream highlighter as my inner corner highlighter for the eye look. I also kind of swept it into my upper lid and just kind of blended it into everything just to give some more light to the inner portion of my eye look. I think the end result looks really glamorous. I do think that it is possible to create a really pretty matte eye look by just using those 3 mattes, whether it's the dark one or the light one. You can create a really pretty look there. Depending on your skin tone, you can just kind of one and done one of the shades. And the dazzle is definitely something that you can just reserve for, you know, date night, little evening, something, little club night, whatever. I live for both palettes, and I did not think I was going to. I said, just for shits and giggles, let me go ahead and do this. But the end result is that I actually like both palettes, you guys. They work. They do both work on deeper skin tones. So if you're curious, you know, here's your answer. They both work. One more time, let's get into the look that I created with the dark one. Because, yes ma'am, she's pretty. I believe very strongly that I personally will be using the darker palette over and over and over again. Like, this is the one I'm going to reach for the most. I think once I get towards like the springtime, I might grab this one a little more, but right now I feel like this one is my favorite. I think that if you are only getting one of these and you are my complexion, I suggest getting the dark palette. If you are someone who prefers a lighter makeup application overall, then you know that the light palette will work for you if you are my complexion. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that was helpful, you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about both palettes, whether or not you're picking up both, whether or not you picked up one or the other. Let's go ahead and chit chat and all that as we do about luxury beauty on this channel. And that's gonna do it for this video. If you liked it, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Why not? I feel like a lot of people can get, you know, some good information from this one. And I hope you agree. If you are not yet a J-Bae by the end of this video, child, I don't understand. Come on and be part of the J-Bae fam. Click that red subscriber button so it turns gray, and then you're a J-Bae. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload or go live, you guys. I actually have a live planned very soon, so you're not going to want to miss it. And that's going to do it for this video, you guys. I really appreciate you for being here. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.